Okay, so I'm Charmaine De Souza. I am the Managing Director of BusinessMobiles.com. We've been going for 23 years now, and we serve the whole of the UK. We have a large customer base of corporates, but we do B2B mobile phone contracts. So we operate for all of the networks, supply mobile phone contracts, and just look after those contracts, make sure that the businesses have the help along the way rather than having to call into the networks directly. They come to us. And so I think at the moment we have active 23,000 lines, and we have about 5,000 customers across the UK. We don't really produce anything, we don't make anything, so the only real way that we can be different from our competitors is in service. So we really focus on three keywords in our company, and one is culture. So anybody who comes into our company is heavily tested in profile testing to make sure that the people coming in are going to automatically service our customers the way that we wish them to. I guess acknowledgement is another really big word for us, and we work in a communication business, and we recognize that probably the biggest part of communication is acknowledgement. So we always want to make sure that our customers feel acknowledged in every step of the way, from the moment they're buying to all the way through the contract. When they have a problem, that we acknowledge and understand their issues, that we acknowledge and understand what they're doing in their business, how they need to grow. And I think the third big thing for us is simplicity, because even though everybody loves their mobile phones, it's still tech. And we're dealing with people who don't always have the time to really fully understand what their mobile phone can do for them, to keep up with all the changes in the mobile phone technology. Everybody loves it, but does anyone understand it really? So it's all about making the buying process simple, making the phone simple for them and easy for them to understand how to use for their business, to get the best out of their business, and all the crazy things that happen in the mobile phone world that are aimed at businesses and making business more effective. They don't really understand it, so we have to make it simple for them. 23 years ago, mobile phones were something that just yuppies had, and most people didn't even really like the idea of having a mobile phone. I remember people saying things like, oh no, well, I want to be in a situation where people call me and I can answer when I want to when I'm at home, but I don't want them to be able to call me when I'm out on the street. That sounds so invasive. And then suddenly everybody wants a mobile phone, and nobody wants to leave their house without their mobile phone. And then it went to phone, keys, wallet. You couldn't. If you left without one of those three things, you'd have to go home. And nowadays, you don't even need your wallet or your keys. You just need your phone, and everybody has one. So I love the fact that it's just transitioned to such an important product. I love the fact that in 2003 we had the BlackBerry come out, and everyone started working from their phone, and we were told as businesses that we could save 55 minutes a day just by working from your phone. That was a great milestone. And then suddenly we have the advent of 4G, 5G, and people watching videos became a nanny for your kids. So I just love working in this industry because that product is so important to everybody in everything that we do. It's filming us right now. It's from the start of the day to the end of the day. It's involved in every aspect of our lives, and for that reason, it's such an exciting product. And also knowing that with 5G, there's going to be so much more coming into our lives, so we're not even seeing the tip of the iceberg at the moment. So I think at the time that we met Evolution Capital, it was around 2013, 2014. And at that time, I'd already worked with a couple of corporate finance companies, and we'd already been through two big due diligence exercises. We thought about selling. We'd had an offer, which wasn't even, we weren't looking for the offer, but they came to us and offered to buy us. So we went through the whole process. It happened to be the same company both times. Loved that company, great people, they were really awesome. And I thought that they would be the people who would eventually sell us if we did sell. One day I got a phone call out of the blue from a gentleman called Peter, and it was at a time that I was thinking about selling. So he pitched that we should hear them out, listen to what they're all about. Nigel came in, and instantly Nigel meeting us and going through our business with us, it just felt so different to our previous experience. It wasn't so mechanical. it wasn't just, oh, we're just going to go sell your business for you. It's an investment, it's a bunch of numbers. It felt like there was a little bit more meat on the bone. He seemed to be very experienced, very knowledgeable. He really took time to explain things to us. He really took time to give us the vision. And I think more than anything, he acknowledged us. He acknowledged that this was really, it's a baby for us. Like when you're an entrepreneur and you build a business from scratch, nobody really understands what you've been through to get the business there. Nobody understands your turmoil, your stress, and no one can. But when you're selling a business, for whatever reason you're selling it, you're not just selling a box. It's something that has a lot of emotion tied into it, and you really require somebody to handle that gently and to really acknowledge how important this thing is for you. And he does that very naturally. That's what's, I think, so beautiful about going through a process with Nigel and Evolution Capital as opposed to any other corporate finance business in this industry. When we did the due diligence, that was a whole different experience too. I mean, normally a corporate finance company that we've worked with before would just send us a list here, produce these numbers, and that would be it. There'd be very little contact apart from the initial briefing, and that would be it. Evolution Capital talked us through everything, made sure that we had the numbers, made sure that if we didn't have the numbers, we could find some other numbers that we did have. And when we got everything together, they came and presented a very big brochure to us to show us exactly how everything fitted in. They gave us all the metrics, they gave us a dashboard. They showed us what our business actually looked like in a way that we've never seen it before. And that was inspiring because from, I think only the second time that they did this with us as well, they even said, this is something you absolutely need to do if you want to sell this business and really get the maximum value out of it. You really need to prepare. So let's keep this dashboard going and make sure that the numbers are there, so the next time we come around, we can see the growth, we can see what work you've done, and it's a lot more apparent. So they helped to set all of that up. I mean, I love numbers. I definitely had this thing with my team. We'd always have our monthly reports. But Evolution Capital definitely raised the standard on those reports. When a business comes and presents your business to you with those numbers, it does inspire you to want to keep that going. So we had a lot of hand-holding in terms of the numbers. We set up our dashboard, so every month we run our numbers in the dashboard that we created with Evolution Capital. We've kept that going, and it's so different now. So whenever we have a meeting about anything, the numbers are already there, we're already prepared. So it has absolutely made us a more conscious company in terms of our numbers and where we're going, where we're heading, and we can make decisions a lot more quickly. And we're a lot more conscious of the things that are really important and key to us. Whenever I meet with Nigel, he's always focusing me very much on where the value needs to be driven from. I mean, there's no question about that. And I love that. I feel like I have, it's like being back at school again, and you have that one teacher who you just trust everything that they say. They have your back, they know where you are, they know the process in front of you, they know that route that you're taking, so you feel safe that anything they say to you is from a place of knowledge and wisdom. So yes, he spends a lot of time focusing me on exactly what I need to be looking for, where the value is going to be driven, and make sure that I have everything in my dashboards to show me that. The first company that we worked with, yes, they asked for many reports, and it was great. I never saw anything back from those reports. They took the numbers, they put them together and came up with some figure at the end and said, this is what we're going to sell your company for. But that was it. That's all I got. I didn't get the feedback. I didn't get anyone come to me and give me the feedback that I needed to make a better situation in that company. With Nigel, it's a whole different experience. With Evolution Capital, it's a whole different experience.
Evolution Capital is the first UK corporate finance boutique to exclusively focus on providing advice to the ICT sector. We are the leaders in our field. With activities spanning 3 decades, we have provided strategic and transactional advice to over 200 technology entrepreneurs, shareholders, and management teams of both privately owned and public companies. We deliver outstanding transactional outcomes by unlocking intrinsic value in our clients' businesses, by providing expert advice based on meticulous analysis and robust methodologies. This is who we are and how we do it.